Hello, my name's Aidan, and I just got top 8 at the Queensland State Championships. I was playing Fairy Tail. Had a lot of fun. Didn't expect to do super well at the event. My prep was not great, but just had good draws and kind of figured the deck out as I went along, and had a lot of fun. So yeah, I finished X3 after Swiss, and then had good enough breakers that I was 8th, and then lost in top 8 to Brandon. But yeah, I'll just get right into the deck, and there's definitely going to be changes I would suggest, but yeah, we can just start checking it out. So main deck for the Fairy Tail cards, I played 3 Luna, 2 Magistus, 1 Snow, and then the honorary Fairy Tail is 2 Genia, and then 3 Ball, 1 Once Upon a Time, and 1 Tails. This is mostly pretty standard. I like 2 Genia. I'm not playing the Endymion cards, so I wanted more spellcaster extenders, and then 2 Magistus because it's not a great starter on its own, so it's not awesome to draw unless you already have Luna or Genia. And I found myself when I was playing 3, I sided 1 out a lot, so yeah, just cut it to 2. 3 Ball I really like because even though it's weak into Droll, it's a really strong part of your end board, especially against Branded. So I just liked having Ball, like starting your having more access to Ball, and then 1 of for each of these cards is obviously good. You recur this card like 3 times. I think I had 1 game against Branded where I literally resolved it 3 times. And then Tails, the equip spell. This isn't a terrible draw, so but you don't really want to play more than 1 of it because you can always access it either off of Magistus or off of Wiccat. So yeah, these cards are all insane in their own way. Snow is probably the most broken card. Yeah, the deck really is way stronger with Snow, obviously. And then honorary Fairy Tail card is 1 Instant Fusion. I drew this card probably 3 or 4 times, so yeah, it's really strong. Just summon Teller as an Omni Negate to protect your combo, or summon Weaver to extend. Magistus Engine, I played 3 Spenta, 1 Zeroa, 1 Crowley, and then the 3 Very Magic. So I would have played the Rilliona main deck. It did not come in time, unfortunately. That card is, I think I would try it if I play another tournament with this deck. But yeah, I mean, the Magistus Engine is really strong. Obviously, Spenta plays through like 2 hand traps on its own usually. Even just getting the Zeroa and then having that be interacted with, and then you can use this graveyard effect. Crowley's good, except when you draw it, which I did a couple of times. Verimagic is probably your best way to play through Droll. If you start Spenta or if you start Luna and they Droll you, you can use this to get another body out and like extend from there. Going for Wiccat under Droll is like your best line, so that you have Snow and then the Once Upon a Time set, and that's still obviously this deck is really weak into Droll still, but if you can set up Once Upon a Time plus Snow plus like just 1 Fairy Tail negate like Teller or something, that's still pretty decent. But yeah, these cards are all good. Engine strong. And then the honorary, just 1 of spellcasters. I played a Jenny for the Verimagic, and then I main decked Witch of the Black Forest. So in my main combo, I go through the Summon Sork line, and I usually summon this to search either Droll or Nibiru. Obviously, searching Droll is really strong, but it's not that good against Branded, and Branded's probably the deck that I expected the most of, and so I just threw 1 Nib in the main as an alternative target to search off of this, because if you full combo branded, usually you're winning, but sometimes if they have like a crazy strong hand, they can actually break your board, and then you get into like a grind game. But you're never getting OTK'd if you have nib. And then they always are like keeping it in mind as they play, so like it can make them play more conservatively into your interrupts. And so, yeah, I just thought it was good. Yeah, I like this in the main deck. It was good to go. I didn't play the Secret Village combo or Cosmo Queen in the side, spoiler alert. So this was like kind of my blowout go first combo. Non-engine, call by, talents, your combo deck. So yeah, those in the main. 3 super poly, which this deck uses, can take advantage of really well with the Genia, changing stuff to spellcasters, Magic Guru changing stuff to Prince of Fairies. I didn't draw super poly a lot, but it was pretty good. 3 droplet. I kind of went with a mixed hand trap and breaker approach. In hindsight, droplet wasn't that strong. If this is your only non-engine, it's usually not good enough. And so I'd probably just play 3 more hand traps. Yeah. I think I'd probably just do the 3 super poly as breakers and then, yeah, just play more hand traps. But droplet was, I don't know, it was okay. And then hand traps, 3 Fua, kind of obviously. Sided out against branded going second because, yeah, every time I didn't want to, or I sided out against branded a couple times going second, just because I wanted other cards in my side in more. And then 3 Ash and 2 Droll, self-explanatory, and then the 1 Nib to search off of Witch, if you don't want to search Droll or if you already have Droll. 3 Ash is just to negate Fuas, basically. But yeah, that's the main deck, 41 cards. Again, I'd probably take out the droplets and put in 3 Bell to the main, maybe. And then I'd probably play the Rilliona. I didn't have access to the Endymion cards, so couldn't play those. I kind of would try them, I think. Yeah, I mean, you just want more spellcaster extenders, so I think even without the Vera, they're good. Shout out to the 707 squad. Extra deck, 2 Teller. I really like 2 Teller. It comes up a lot, especially against branded. You have like lots of grind games where you need the second one if your first one gets outed. So yeah, I really liked 2. The 1 Weaver card's really good, but yeah, you just need one of it. Magistus Fusions, the 2 Crowley targets, Zoroa and Mechaba. I actually made Mechaba a fairly few times today, or yesterday. You can only do it before your spellcaster locked, but that happened a few times when I did it like as my first fusion play. And then you can also make it on your opponent's turn if you end on the link to with it equipped, or if you give it to your opponent off of Summon Sork and you have a Luna, you can bounce them both and then fuse into this. So yeah, those are all good. 1 Chorozo. Second Chorozo did come up a few times. There's another card in my extra I'd probably cut for it. Mud Dragon and Theseus Super Poly targets. I played against 1 Cool Tune. I'd probably cut this going forward, maybe. I don't know. It's only good into Cool Tune, which makes it feel like a wasted slot when you only play 1. But yeah, those are all fine. Links to Artemis, definitely need 2. The 1 Endymion, 1 Summon Sork, and the Charmer Link 4. I was always going for this, reviving Teller and Zoroa, or Teller and Luna, or Teller and something else, just to make my board not able to be super polyed, which I think is a really strong part of this card. So yeah, I was always going for that when I could. And Summon Sork is still broken even after the errata. Yeah, the cards are all good, pretty standard. And then the 2 XYZs, I played Wiccat and I played the Rilliona. This was in here when I still had the main deck Rilliona on my list, but because that card didn't come in time, I cut the main deck Rilliona and didn't have time to find a replacement for this. I think the Glass Magistus XYZ is better than this. This is Takes 2 level 4 spellcasters with different attributes, and then it can detach to summon a Magistus from your deck. But then you're locked into Magistus from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So yeah, I mean, it was a concession for when I had the main deck Leona in some lines, but without that card, this card was basically just there to be equipped off of Spenta. So yeah, and then Wicket, it's insane. I don't think you need 2. If you get to it, I tried not to commit to it unless I was like pretty sure it was going to resolve. And then once it's in grave, you can just start bringing it back and doing stuff. That's the extra. Side deck is completely scuffed. Yeah, don't read too much into these choices. This is what I had on hand, and in the limited prep, this is what I decided on. 3 Bell, which actually was really good. This would be the card I'd maybe put in the main over Droplet. 3 Ogre for Doom Z, which I never played. I also cited this in against Branded to hit the Fallen Valbaz, but you have a lot of other ways to play around that. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of cards in the main deck that aren't that good against Branded, so I did play that the most this weekend. So that would probably change some aspects of the list if I expected to play a lot more Branded. But these cards were fine. Second to Nib. A lot of people just aren't respecting this card a lot right now. Most decks can play around it or play through it, but it's really strong when paired with other hand traps, right? So if you nib them and they keep playing, and you have like a Bell or if an Ash or even just a Super Poly, this card kind of overperforms. This card did overperform for me, both with being able to search it through the combo and then also just just using it as a hand trap. So some board breakers: 2 Regeki, Harpies, double Lightning Storm. This ratio is, yeah, for whatever reason, I have 2 Regeki and the third Harpy, or the Harpies over the 3rd Lightning Storm, because it's just, yeah, better. I actually really like Regeki. It sounds weird, maybe this is just my bad theory, but I really like Regeki against Branded. If they don't go for Retribution, like, this kind of just makes them have to play really strangely. If you just start your turn with Regeki, and if they do have Retribution, you kind of just want to bait that out right away so that you can kind of play the grind game with them, because Retribution is probably the hardest card to play through when they full combo you. So yeah, I don't know, these cards are fine. Breakers are good. And then 2 cards for going first: 1 Warning, 1 Judgment. I'd probably actually maybe side some more cards for going first. There's like, because of the droplets in main and because of the Fuas and stuff, there's actually like 6 cards I was usually wanting to side out going first, and then I have these 2, and then I just put in some combination of like Bells and Ogres, but like those weren't that good in all the matchups I was putting them in for. So would maybe like play Accusations, or maybe that's where I would put in the Secret Village or something. But yeah, side deck was not very good. Very scuffed, very kind of last minute. But yeah, the deck was really fun. I think it's definitely not solved yet. Like, there's a lot of fluidity to the combos. Playing like Once Upon a Time and Snow Control was like kind of won me a lot of games where like I would like make a half board but still get to this kind of like with this engrave, and you can like snow them twice, you can use this to bring back. Yeah, it's a combo deck, but it's very flexible in the end board and in how you use the disruptions, if you don't go for just the, you know, FPK, Secret Village, Search Troll combo, which I did pull off a couple of times. But yeah, deck was super fun. Unfortunately, won't play the WCQ. We'll be traveling, so that's it for me for this season. But yeah, had a ton of fun with the deck. Let me know what you think. I definitely think there's improvements that can be made, but yeah, that's all I got.